it's 2024. I took some time off. I'm back, and if you can hear the wind howling, I'm sorry. I'm in my new room. So up to yet, I've been doing all of my content in my bedroom, and now I'm in a room. Cue the hurrah sound. Yay! So if you do want to see my room, it's just a little quaint room, but I'm very proud. Today, look, I'm going to try and do stitch. I'll show you. I'm hoping it does. It's got to be better than this. I mean, I hope
what is that?
It's better than that. It's got to be better than that, because I just tried to like logistically try and figure out where his eyes and stuff would go, but I hope it's better than that. But yeah, today we're going to be doing stitch. So this is going to be definitely voiceovered, because it's going to take ages, and I bet any minute my kids come in and like, oh my god, what are you doing? And you'll probably be able to hear my cats as well. We've got cats. I've always had one cat. Well, I had two, and then we lost one years and years ago. And then we've always had one cat, and now we've got 2 cats in the space of 7 months, so now we've got 3 cats. Does that mean I'm officially a crazy cat lady? Maybe. But I'm okay with that. That's a title I'm okay to have. So we've got cats. So I might show you my cats if they come in and bug me halfway through, which is fine. Come and bug. You are more than welcome. So yes, stitch today. So it's going to be voiceover. That's the point I was getting to. I go off on a tangent. Just tell me to come back in like hollering in. Yes, stitch today. And it's going to be voiceovered because it's going to be chaos, and I don't know what I'm doing. I still need to find half the stuff I need because I moved rooms and I don't know where anything is. So yeah, let's do stitch. And we're voiceovering, and it's going to be I cannot tell you what I'm doing at all. I'm the worst at describing what I'm trying to do. It's probably going to be better for me in the future to do talking videos as I'm going about doing what I'm doing, and then talking you through it as I go. But I forget and I panic. Like, you'll see halfway through this video, all you can see is the top of my head because of how much I'm panicking. But yeah, we'll see. You let me know if you want talk through tutorials or voiceover tutorials, because I'm shit at voiceovering. Anyway, I've just glued down all the hair that I don't want ripped out my head with the prosthetic. I glued it all down, and then it's all safe and secure, and I'm applying a bowl cap. If you want an updated bowl cap tutorial, let me know. That can be done. This year I'm going to really try and like push myself out of my comfort zone and really throw myself into content making. So any videos you do want to see, please do let me know, because I've no idea what I'm doing half the time, to be fair. I'm literally trying to map out where his nose should be to make it in proportion, because he is an alien. He's not in proportion. He's definitely not in proportion with my long face. So this is me trying to figure out where everything's supposed to go, and then going in with Preside and Crayola Model Magic. Everyone asks me what this stuff is. It's just foam clay. It's just foam clay. You can buy like a cheaper alternative to Crayola Model Magic, but I just find it really easy to use, so I just stick to that. And again, I'm just going in with Preside on a sponge. These sponges, guys, these sponges are my bread and butter. They are the best thing. I go through these sponges like crazy. So these sponges, if you ever need anything, these sponges come in for latex, for Preside, for paint. These sponges, man. These sponges. Can somebody please tell me who made them, and then I can get in touch with them to sponsor me, because that would be great, because I go through these like crazy. I use Preside to hide every single sin when I do these types of look. Preside is amazing. I use it to blend sides, seams. I use it to hide impurities and imperfections. Like, Preside is my go-to with these types of looks. And the thing is, with Crayola Model Magic and Preside, if you mix them together and blend them like this, they kind of form a paste or a cream. It's not Preside paste, I know what that is, but it's not that. It like, I don't know, forms the two together and like hides all seams and stuff. It's great. Just try it. If you are doing these types of looks, try Preside and then mixing it with the Crayola Model Magic. It does work. It makes like a really cool paste. I'm then trying to make his eye shape here using the back of a brush as well. I literally use anything that will work for me, even my finger. I don't really recommend using your finger, but I don't know if you've used Preside before, but it's really sticky.
and it's really hard to like not stick. So when I use my finger, it's probably because it's the last option, and here I am trying to like find where his nose should go. All the way through this, I will be like holding the ears up and holding the nose up to make sure I'm getting the proportions right, because it wasn't up until I think I attached the nose at the very end that I even saw this look come together. All the way through this, I am panicking. Look at me. I'm sweating. And at the time of filming this, I had an awful cold, so my nose was running like crazy. I roll up a piece of clay and try and make the top lip, but not gonna lie, looking like Voldemort. Really am looking like Voldemort up until this point. I forgot to press record. I think I do this like 4 times. I also record myself getting up to try and find things about 3 times, so you know, what do you expect? I don't think you'd think anything less of me at this point. This is who I am. I'm useless. So yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I then go in with a fine detail brush and water activated face paint to try and figure out where his pupil would go. I tried to make them look close together but not too close, because all the blue needs to go like around his eye. So I tried my best here without making him look bug-eyed. Say hi to William. This is Will. And Wasabi. He is the newest member of our family. There's a little ragdoll kitten. And he's also the background noise that you can probably hear with him scratching and playing with carrier bags in the kitchen. Because he's got a thing with carrier bags. What is that? Here I am going in with just some more water activated face paint on a thicker brush and trying to colour in the pupil just so I can see more as to what the final vision is meant to be, because at the minute I'm sat here sweating thinking this is not going to pull together. I look more like a creepy, I mean I was going to say creepy Voldemort, but he's already really creepy. Just looking like a skinnier Voldemort, I don't know. A wrinklier Voldemort. Right, I'm going in with blue face paint now, just around the perimeter of his pupil. So it goes darker blue and then lighter blue on top. And then another little visit from Wasabi, because I tell you, it doesn't leave me alone. And this is his blanket, and if you don't hold him with his blanket, it cries louder, so you just have to give in. You do just have to give in. I then go in with a bigger brush and start painting around the perimeter and the head, the main stitch inspired colour. This is really just a base because I do want to go in a bit later with some fluff to make him look fluffy and circular of some sort. I don't know, a little fluffy alien. And now for my favourite bit. No, totally joking, it's the worst part. It's attaching the fur and the fluff. It goes everywhere. I'm still finding it in the washing machine, like it is horrific. I first went in trying to apply it with liquid latex, but that didn't really work at the front. I wanted it to look more dense, so I went in with spirit gum at the front to make it look really packed and full at the front, and then I went in with liquid latex towards the back. And if you get to a point where you think you've applied enough fur, apply more fur, apply more fluff, apply more, because it is not enough. The way that every single time I sneezed, the full prosthetic lifted from the front of my face. I'm not even joking, like the whole thing took off. So I had to go around and like just make sure it was all stuck on. I then went in trying to colour the inside of his mouth. I went in with dark reds and blacks, and then I tried to map out some sort of tongue. I just looked at cartoon reference images of Stitch. I can't really go too realistic with this bit because not one bit of this tutorial is realistic. I look horrific. So yeah. I got these little teeth off Amazon, so I'm just going in with the pokey end of a brush to try and insert the teeth into my mouth. I did want this look to be cute, but it was never going to be cute, so we just went creepy in the end. Had to have a little TikTok break because all the way through filming this I was making TikToks as well. I'm then going in with the Jumbo Eye pencil from Nyx Cosmetics. It's my favourite for looks like this because it just doesn't budge. But then to make sure it really doesn't budge when I'm opening and closing my eyes, I'm going in with some black eyeshadow as well on top. Making sure also to apply mascara to my lashes because my lashes are see-through, but they are ginger, like they are completely ginger, so you can see them when you do illusion looks like this. I'm then going in with the whites of the eyes just to make it look like the light's hitting somewhere. Top tip for stuff like that, if you want the light to look realistic, make sure that it's hitting all the same points of the face. So highlight the left side of the nose, the left side of the eye, the left side of the eye, if that's where you want the light to come from. Don't have like highlights spotted all over your head. And then applying the paper ears that I made earlier. These are some I made earlier. Lol, no. And say hi to Elizabeth. You've seen both my kids and one cat in this video. Yay! And this is the final look. Thank you very much for watching.
Today, I always do that. I'm like,